Yo, what's going on? My name is Chan, I'm the man them's voice, and we're back with another video. If you're locked in, make sure that you like the video. It's free, it's easy, it supports the channel, helps the algorithm. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And you have notification turned on so you're always locked in for all the content and the things that we put out. All right. That's how we're gonna go and do. Big up all the chat gang. I'm gonna just let Instagram know what we're doing quickly. Let's just let Instagram, we'll stream on Instagram and TikTok as well. So TikTok, hit the like button, please smash the like buttons. We gotta get the likes up so this stream gets out to as many people as possible. The best way to watch it so you can see the screen is going to be on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, if you don't know already, you should be subscribed to the channel. If not, then hit the link in the bio, search my name is China on YouTube, and you see the red circle. We're streaming live. Anyone that's on, I want you to hop across. We're gonna be doing having a very serious discussion, and I definitely I want people to be locked in for this one. You know what I mean? I want a lot of men to be locked in for this one. To be fair with you, I think there's been a lot of there's been a lot of women that I've interacted with and that's been speaking on this, but I haven't felt the energy from many men. I'm not saying men haven't spoken on these things. I'm just saying that I haven't felt the energy that I need. So that's what we're gonna need. So anyone that's on Instagram, please hop across to YouTube. Makes it quite easy. Let me get through the chat real quick. Uh Jada Khan late. I'm not late, man. 4 minutes late. You was ready. Yusuf says, big up China, big up Yusuf. I see you. Thierry says, big up G locked in. If you want to support the channel, you can hit us with a super chat. I see Camel there says she's locked in too. I see that. Big you guys up. All right, all right, all right. So, exposing South London grooming gang. So, I don't know if you guys saw the live stream or the reaction video that I did. I don't know if you did. I don't know if you did. But if you haven't, then I'll give you a quick recap before we get into what we're going to get into. But essentially, this is what it is, and I'm going to be careful with the language I use so I don't get hit with a strike on TikTok. But yeah, let me just put it on the screen for a second so you'll see what we're doing there. So so this is a reaction video that I posted up a few days ago, 2 days ago. It says, you see the title, 3 South London men jailed for raping a 14-year-old schoolgirl. Okay, that's the title. And when you read that, when you look at that, when you take that in, I don't know, guys. Chat. What do you feel how do you feel when you read that title? Free, and you see those faces there. What do you feel? Camel says, "Trust me, it's nasty, disgusting." Um. Okay. So I'm gonna play it, but let me read it. It says, the caption states this: it's time to call out these wrongings in our community and ask why the community is so quiet. Why isn't everyone speaking about this? We had more energy for Victoria Everest and Ginger J. The truth is, a lot of men do know them and what they have been keeping up with. And others won't call them out because they're scared of skeletons in the closet. All right. And that's what I'm saying. So I thought I'd just give you the quick monologue. That's what I'm saying. Okay. We have a big problem in our community. A huge problem. A huge problem. And this problem is this. We have energy. We have energy for topics such as dating outside your race. Who are you dating? Energy for natural hair, wigs debate. Cool. Energy for all manner of things. But when it comes to having real energy, not gossip, real questions, real like serious, like this is an issue. Silence. Media blackout. You have energy for topics which really, on the grand scheme of things, they'll just go. People go on. The things that we don't have energy for are destructive. They destroy. They ruin lives. They hurt people. People lose their lives over these things. But we have energy for what? So, the truth is, a lot of man, and I'll say a lot of man because I don't understand. Like, remember, I don't have kids, and I got 3 sisters, I got 4 nieces. Mother always raised around women, very huge protect. If you know my content, you know I always speak about it. You know my sister's my best friend. I gave her away. It's just what it is. Like, I'm just close. I got a brother too, but I'm just close with my sister. It's what it is. And when I just when I think about this 14-year-old girl that was trafficked, she was already because I'm gonna play the clip, but I just want to just kind of lead into it. She was already a runaway, so she already had she was missing. So already she came from a broken home, or she had issues at home. So already she was vulnerable, extremely vulnerable, and she was a minor. So not only was she vulnerable and she was a minor. If you're on TikTok and you're hanging about, hit the like button, please. She was a minor. And she should have been protected. And there's stages, and man, I'm going to tell you something. There's going to be times in your life where you are going to get someone that is going to be a minor or a young person, and they're going to come out, they're going to come to you, and they're going to need your help. You're going to get stages in your life. Everyone's going to get a stage, and you're going to have to do something where, do you get me? You're going to have to put yourself out for this person. That's what you're supposed to do as an elder, community, as a man, a leader, whatever you want to call it, a king. That's what you're supposed to do. So when that girl came to you and you didn't know her, and she needed help, you were supposed to help her. You wasn't supposed to traffic her, take her to multiple locations, and do one of the most heinous things to her. So to any men out there, no, don't. If a young person or someone that's vulnerable needs you, stand up. I'm not telling you not to stand up. No, I'm telling you to stand up. But this is not what they did. They took advantage of a already vulnerable individual. But where's the energy for it? We have a double standard in our culture and our community. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I've always spoken this. My name is China, I'm the man, name's voice. I've always spoken like this. When have I not spoken about the issues or about the things? I've always spoken about this. I've never been scared to speak about topics which may have been, no, I've never been scared because I'm an articulate individual and I know what I'm talking about. So of course I'm willing to debate and have conversations, but other people can't because they don't want to go where this goes. And the rabbit hole, it goes dark. It goes dark, but they don't want to do it. I've always kept it 100. This is why certain people, they'll try to create narratives because I don't bend, I don't fold. I haven't come here for brands and sponsorships, else I would have been saying what I said and I will be getting all the same brands and sponsorships on Foot Asylum and all the mad things. But no, I say what I say and I'm like, no, it's okay. We're not selling that over here. It's cool. It's all right. The mission is real. So if they try to paint me in a certain way, I don't care. Respectfully speaking, this is not about religion. Shout out to everybody, but I'm a Christian and I keep a strong faith. So I understand that when I'm standing up for the things and I'm speaking on predominantly Christian values and family values, of course the world's gonna hate it. If I'm saying to women, don't be a baby mom, don't be a single, of course they're gonna hate that because they try to push that onto the community. So why would they want a black man saying, actually, no, ask for better, ask for a ring, don't give up your body to, no, why? No, oh, they don't want that. They want the other thing. They want the narrative. So of course they're going to make it out like, oh, he's just trying to be negative towards single mothers. How can I be negative? I didn't create any. But they would rather listen to men in this space that have got baby moms. But all of a sudden, you listen to these men that are proven to leave their women. But when you step into this community and you actually try to stand on values, you're going to come against, you have to really love your community. Sometimes I think, why do I even do this? Because clearly people don't care. But you know what I say? I'm called to do this. So that's what it is. All right. And if you have a sister, if you have a mother, if you have a daughter, yeah, then you should care. You should. I'm not saying if you don't have any, you shouldn't care, but I'm saying you definitely should care about this. You definitely should care about this. Man them from Lewisham, Catford, yeah, Woolwich. You should care. You should care. And that's how we're gonna get into it. Let me read a couple chats before we get into it. Dem says, keep talking the truth, China. I feel like once it's one of their own, they don't care. I punch one of them local ones in Brum. They won't care till it hits your doorstep. And then you'll care. And then you're gonna want us to care. Do you understand? When, like, God forbid it hits your doorstep, then you're gonna want us to care. God forbid one of your children end up like Finbar Sullivan. God forbid a videographer loses his life in the park, Primrose Hill. God forbid one of you guys get that call. Do you think his parents, when he went out that day to the park to do filming, did you ever envision if they thought that was going to happen, they would have never let him go? When their parents came into 2026 this year, did you think that they envisioned that their son was going to? Of course not. So all I'm saying to you people is, every time something happens to someone else, just remember, it's not you today. It's not you today. It's just not you. So when you're like, it's not me, just remember, it's not you today. So when we talk about why we have to care, everyone talks about it takes a village. It takes a village. Do you know what it means when it takes a village? You guys like what it sounds like. It sounds cool, it takes a village. But let me tell you what it means when people say it takes a village. It means that other people in the villagers can critique you. You know that, right? It doesn't just mean you call on the village and you get strength. No, it means, yes, of course you get the warmth and the safety of the village. Of course, you're part of the village. But at the same time, that warmth and safety, it also comes with some, let's not even say rules, but you want something from the village, you have to give something to the village too. And part of that is listening and trying to understand that we don't hate anyone in this village, especially not women. But at some point, we have to look and say, things have gotten mad. Guys, you have to understand something. Before I even start playing this, things are not getting better, they are getting worse. Are we not seeing what's happening? Can we not see what's going on? Things are not getting better, they are getting worse. Extremely worse. And as you get older, you just got to remember, you all have kids and what have you not that are growing up in this space. We all have nephews, families, nieces. We all have people that are growing up in this space. It is getting worse. And it is not you today. Remember that. It is not you today. It does not mean it is not going to be you. Are you listening to me? So you can live in your bubble and be like, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to knock on your door. I'm not putting it on anybody. But I'm just saying to you, if you don't care about the other villagers in the village, remember you live in the village too. So when something happens, other people are not going to care about you. All right, let's play this clip and get into this, man. All right, let's start this off. Crazy. Men jailed for a total of 29 years after raping missing schoolgirl 14 in multiple locations. Yeah, you heard right. And just in case you thought that this was some mad thing, let me say it again. 3 men jailed for a total of 29 years after raping missing schoolgirl 14 in multiple locations. First of all, 29 years. Why stop playing for? What happened? Chat gang, what happened? Why stop playing for?
The main man, yeah?
3 men jailed
Oh
for
no,
total
let's
of
play that again.
29 years after raping missing schoolgirl 14 in multiple locations. Yeah, you heard right. And just in case you thought that this was some mad thing, let me say it again. 3 men jailed for total of 29 years after raping missing schoolgirl 14 in multiple locations.
Oh, that's
First of all, 29 years for raping a 14-year-old girl already. This is why people talk about like when it comes to nonsense.
I don't know why it keeps. I don't know why it keeps cutting out. I don't even know why it's doing that. But you get what's going on right here. So we have 3 men from South London, that were convicted for trafficking a 14-year-old girl, doing the worst things to this girl. One of them got 15 years, but the other got 6 and 7 years, and they'll be put in the S register for the rest of their lives when they get released. So already, 15 years for one and 7 years for the other and 6 years. Yeah. We already know how they treat these cases in this country. Okay, so that's where we are. But these guys are people know these guys because quite a lot of people in the comments started making comments about it. So I was expecting that, okay, cool, bare people were gonna call it out, but I didn't see anyone call it out. Shout out to Fashion Concept and Live by the Rules. They posted it. They posted it up initially, so I reacted to it. But I was surprised that a lot of people wasn't calling out, especially men. Like, I don't have to call out names or even people that I know, but I know a lot of people from South. And I know a lot of people with daughters. I'm not saying man haven't messaged me and people, yeah, because bare man have, so don't get that twisted. But I just expected it because I've seen energy for other things. Like, and I don't understand why you would have energy for 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 I don't understand why you have energy for things that don't really matter on the grand scheme of things. But when we have real issues and real problems, see, there seems to be a fascination on grooming gangs and country and OT and sending young bucks, and the media is fascinated with it and people. But along those lines, you've forgotten that there's a whole section of young, vulnerable women, young girls, teenage girls, that are the worst things are happening to them. And it seems to be almost forgotten and it's not even been highlighted anymore. It's a strange thing to me. Everyone's obsessed with man them young G's going OT. And don't get it twisted. Like, I know a lot of young G's are taken advantage of, but at the same time, a lot of young G's want to go OT. They want to trap. They want to do. It's just another thing where people have to understand is just the same way a lot of young G's want to hold, ZKs, which I'm just not trying to say it on the algorithm, and they want to do mad. It's they want to do it. They want to do it. They don't have to do it. They want to. Do you understand? But none of these young girls want to do what they're made to do. None of them want to. All right. Okay, so we're gonna talk about. Let me. I got some images that we're gonna play. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. So, because I was thinking, obviously, these people got family in it. Like, they got family. They got people that know them. Like, they got like people that know them. And I've seen certain people comment like, and I'm not saying, oh, if you know them, then that makes you complicit. No, I'm just saying that if I knew someone like this, or if I had whatever, then I would be calling it out. I would want no parts of it. Do you understand? So let me pull up. Let me pull this up because at some point we need to have a conversation, a very serious conversation. Is this it? Yeah. Okay. goodness. That's what we're gonna do. Why is it coming like that? Okay. So Darryl German, right? So this is his Instagram page. So he has a Facebook page. Okay, so this is the guy that got given 15 years. He's from South London. I've had apparently he's been in and out of mental institute. People know him. He's very known to the police, known to a lot of people. Seems to have mental health issues. Clearly he has mental health issues, but he's actually got mental health issues. So if that's the case, it doesn't excuse what he's done. Definitely doesn't excuse what he's done. But what it does do is it does let us know that he was someone that was a danger and he was known. And well, this is probably one of those things that people are going to look back and say could have been prevented, because he was very extremely well known to the police and he was a danger. So he had issues, but you know, he had a Facebook page. I'm going to let you guys know that Facebook page is currently not there anymore. It's been taken down. So that also lets me know that you have people, because he clearly hasn't done that from prison. So it lets me know that you have people that are working with that. Big up Mills, I see you. It clearly lets me know that you got people. We're streaming on YouTube, so if you want able to see the screens and stuff, but TikTok, please share it, hit the like button, let's get the lights up. So it lets me know that people are actually there. So, but he has got an Instagram. So he has his Facebook page is down now, but you can see it here. Darryl German. Okay, all right, cool. So we're gonna just keep going, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I've actually had quite a few people reach out, like I've actually had quite a few people reach out about it, women that have spoken about it, and people that say he's a when things, you know what it is. I used to be one of those ones. I used to be one of those people that, not even one of those people, but I would, when they would be like, oh, one of the reasons why they say why they want people to come out and speak about things is because when they do, it invites other people to speak about issues. Yeah. The reason why I agree now is because you can clearly see that people get strength in it. People get strength off when other people do it. And I used to be like, oh, sometimes it's just people just trying to look for ways to just to drink off a scenario situation. But I don't think that. I think when people see other people got the strength to talk about certain issues, it gives them the strength to do it as well. Do you get me? Obviously, I know some people lie and the rest of it. Yeah, cool, man. We're always gonna deal with that. But in reality, nah, man, we got to start listening, because there is a lot of things that are going on in it, and a lot of things that ain't right. And us as men, do you get me? Us as men, we have a responsibility to do certain things. Do you get me? And since this has come out, a lot of people have reached out to me in it, and there's a lot of stories in it, and there's a lot of things. So a lot of things are going to be coming out, to do with lots of things. And look, and here's the thing: it's people are sending me things, yeah, and they want to show me that people were still supporting them, people following. A lot of people knew them. A lot of people. So hold on, let's pull this up. So this is him. Let's pull that up. Okay, let's pull that up. I don't want to put the pictures with kids on there because I don't know who they are. But he's got some pictures with him with some young females, but I don't know who they are, so I don't want to put their face on the big screen. So I don't know who they are. But it's on his. It was on the page, but I don't want to put their face on there because I don't know who they are. So, but this is the other guy, yeah, that he was with, yeah. All right, cool. This is the other. So that's Darryl German. All right, cool. So this is what some. Look at his title, Real Ass Ninja. All right. Someone was sending me this. Yeah, it was clearly sick, man. I can tell, guys. Look, this guy he don't look well. He doesn't look well. This is old pictures though, but it doesn't look well. He does not look well at all. He does not look well at all. He does not look well at all. This guy clearly had some issues, some very deep. He does not look well at all, ladies and gentlemen. He does not look well at all. Nah, man. He doesn't look well at all. And I'm not making an excuse. I'm saying he looks mad. Look at him. These pictures, it looks like he could even be currently sectioned. So here's the other guy, Jordan Went. This was one of his co-conspirators. All right. So this was one of the other guys. So was 43. We'll go through their ages, but like they're all in their 40s, early 40s and mid 40s, late 40s. So these are the guys that did this to the 14-year-old girl. These are the guys. So everyone should know what because remember, they only got 6 and 7 years. They didn't get that long. Do you get me? It's not that long that they got. They got 6 and 7 years. And the other guy got 15 years, but this man got 6 and 7 years. These men are going to be out soon. They won't be out that they. Do you know what I'm saying? These men are going to be out soon. They only got 6 and 7 years, guys. That's not that long. You know what I mean? That's not that long. What's this? Someone sending the comments. Not people screenshotting their comments and sending to me. You look so beautiful, absolutely sweet. I wonder how will I feel looking you, sparkling eyes, kissing your adorable hairs. You're absolute angel. We can share experience. We can chat and talk on our diverse culture. I think go on private when necessary. I think effort is a way to replace the pen pal days, but maybe abuse. Wait, that could be a bot. I don't know. That sounds so crazy. I don't know. I don't know if that holds up. What's this they're sending me? Okay. Okay. Right. I think I got something that I want to show you guys. Hold on. All right, cool. So we have 3 men from South London that obviously people know. But it's very quiet. They talk about something called the 6 degrees of separation. And the 6 degrees of separation is this. It takes 6 people for you to get back to you across the world. So everybody's linked by 6 people, okay? All right? That's what they say. It only takes 6 people to link you back to you. Someone says, who's winning the Premier League? Arsenal. I don't want to hear nothing about it. It's pain. Arsenal. It takes 6 people to get back to you. Okay, so if we say it takes 6 people anywhere in the world to get back to you, if 3 people in South London, 3 individuals, all have done this, all know each other, that means a lot of people are going to know who these people are just by the fact that all 3 of them are linked. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? A lot of people would be ultimately linked to them. So the fact that it hasn't been a big thing where everybody's like, raw, we had this pedo grooming gang ring. Because that's what it is. You do realize that. This is a ring. You picked her up, yeah, you took her from one place to another place. First of all, you graped her at your place, yeah, then you picked her up after taking pictures of her, doing the madness, then you dropped her off at your boy's house. Do you get me? He done the madness on her. Then you took her from there to another man's house, and he done the madness on her. Guys, are you listening to me? Are you not hearing this? Let this happen to your daughter. Go on. Oi, man, them. Everyone here with daughters. Who's got daughters here? Let me Let this happen to your daughter and let me see what you're saying. Let this happen to your daughter. Let this happen to your daughter and let me see what you're saying. Let this happen to your daughter and let me see what you're saying. Do you understand? Let this happen to your daughter and let me see what you're saying. Let this happen to your daughter. Your energy will be different. Your energy would be different. Do you get me? Your energy will be different. You know what I mean? Your energy would be completely different. Do you understand? Like your energy will be completely different.
Hello, buddy. You all right?
I got something I want to show you.
Hello, buddy. You all right? Let me just talk to you a minute. At the moment, you're under arrest.
Right.
Because I believe you are somebody.
What?
Right. At the moment, what's your name?
Darryl.
Darryl, you're under arrest for abducting a child, okay? You don't have to say anything.
Abducting a child?
Listen to me. You don't have to say anything, but it may have defense not mentioned when questioned. Hello, buddy. You all right?
So before I play it again, you guys see that, right? So that's the video of Darryl, aka Braids from South London, being arrested by the police for abducting a child. Are you watching, guys? So when I said we was gonna do this properly, I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm from North London. This has nothing to do with us over here. But we do have some things over here that we need to talk about too. Don't you worry, we're gonna deal with that too. The reason why a lot of men are quiet is because they got skeletons in their closet. Let me tell you how it was when I was growing up. We had men that used to pull up to our schools in whips on mopeds, on bikes, where all the younger girls didn't want to. Listen, women, let's be honest. A lot of you women were dating your boy in school. You were dating older man you chose to. You didn't want to date the man in school. You didn't want to date man your age. You wanted to date older man that already had certain things. We saw it. We witnessed it, right? Cool. A lot of man did things in a time which wasn't a social time. Yeah. A man says, look, I saw it outside Winchmore. Yeah. Everyone know, like, let's be real. If you're old, you saw the man then putting up outside, no one said nothing. All the girls are like, oh, I don't date boys my age, or they're immature. Women, a lot of you women said this. We're not lying. We're telling you what you did, what you said. Okay. So a lot of men don't want to rock the boat. They got skeletons in their closet. They don't want to risk any of these skeletons coming out. Because if any of these skeletons come out, then they're gonna be put in the highlight on some Bill Cosby-ish, on some historical madness. Look, this ish happened when I was growing up as well. We saw it. Man, we saw it. Yeah. We saw it. Gal in my school were linking big man driving, put it that way. Yeah, they was. We didn't even go to the same school. I went to school and I still saw the same thing. I went to school in Finchley, I saw it. He went to school in Tottenham, he saw it. He went to in Winchmore, they saw it. So what are you telling me? All of us people went to different schools at different times, but we all saw girls getting picked up by a big man in whips that were choosing to do that in school uniform. We all saw it. Exactly. So if we all saw it, it's real. I'm in Brum. Man says I'm in Brum. He's in Birmingham and he saw it. So this is why a lot of men are quiet. This comment says they are in jail. So what do you want next? Do you think that sounds like, I don't know. What do you mean? What do you want next? Do you think it stops with them? Do you think this is an isolated incident? Do you just think that these 3 people did this and no one outside of these 3 people knew? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? You think this is isolated? You think... So when you say to me they are in jail, so what do you want next? Do you think this is an isolated incident? Do you think only 3 people really knew what was going on? Do you think there's no other girls this is happening to? Do you think that there's been enough light put onto this scenario? Do you think they served enough time? 6 and 7 years. I'm just asking you a few questions because you're saying to me they're in jail, so what do you want next? I'm just trying to ask you. The reason they got away with it for years is complicity of no snitching. But yo, like, it's not snitching when it comes to stuff like this. Nah, if man are doing the mad thing, nah, just get me. Firstly, the sentence does not reflect the crime exactly. So there's more discussions than, oh, they're in jail. What do you want next? Well, I mean, they're in jail, but how long did they get? That's another conversation. I mean, if it was known to the police, why, and it was already a danger and had done things to other people, because I have people that have told me he's done things to them. You have to understand that not everybody wants, like, not everybody wants their business to be put out there. People have families, relationships. People put things to the back of their mind, but doesn't mean things didn't happen to them. Why you think I got the videos and I got all these pictures? Because people actually been affected by this, been contacting me. 14 years old is disgusting. So, to get me? So when you're asking me what are we doing, why are we doing this? We're doing this because it doesn't stop there. Everyone's got energy for Asian grooming gangs. Everyone's got energy for Asian grooming gangs. Everyone wants to talk about, oh yeah, the white man, them man like to do this thing, nonsense and that. But we're not talking about what's going on in our community, are we? We're not talking about it. We're not talking about it. This is not a conversation about an older guy dating a younger woman that's of age and you know, people want to talk about, pardon me, about more. No, we're not talking about that. This is not one of those conversations. This is child protection. This is safeguarding. This is abuse, DV, rape, all the worst types of things. This is that. So there's no gray areas here. There's no, need to understand. No, it's just that this is what it is. And this is what we got to do. And if that's not your energy, then I don't understand. I find it hard for anyone to really sway. I don't understand why we need to have what are we discussing? What is the question? What is the questioning? I don't get it. I don't understand. So make it like people say, make it make sense for me. Like, just make it make sense for me. Do you understand? And I think we have to start being realistic. I really want you guys to really start being realistic. Guys, it's getting worse and it's going to get a lot worse. I said it before. Some of you guys are going to lose your kids this summer. I'm sorry. I don't want to be that guy to tell you that. But it's happened to other people already. What did you think? They thought it was going to happen to them? When people's kids are getting the worst things happen to them, did you think they woke up and thought it was going to happen to them? Of course not. It's all good until it happens to you. So unfortunately, you need to step out, and every day you have your kids, you better kiss them, you better hug them, because you might not get them back. That's the truth. You might not get them back. Every day your kid leaves, it might your child, and if you do get them back, they may not come back the way they left you. You better pray to God that God covers your children every day and brings them back. Because guess what? Some people get that call. Some of you want to throw your kid out, throw your son, throw your daughter out. I can't believe you would do such a thing. If you ever throw your daughter out, furthermore, a man won't throw his daughter out, a woman will. Men will not throw our daughters, men won't throw his daughter out. A woman will throw her son out, and a woman will throw her daughter out of all manner of reasons. But men won't. Man, them, if you're the type of man that will throw your daughter out onto the street and you get her back in one piece, yeah, I promise you this, the Lord himself was literally had his arms on her. I promise you this. You put your daughter out on the street because you're angry and she does something and you don't like what she's doing, and you put her on the street, yeah. You'll be lucky if you get her back the same ever. Because guess what? The moment you put your daughter out on the street, yeah, just like this girl was, she was missing for all manner of reasons. She now becomes prey to people like these men, okay? And when you're a child and your parents have already shown you they don't care about you, and then and you're hungry and you ain't got nowhere to go, and someone's offering you something, yeah, where do you think you're gonna go there? You're gonna go there, and this person can now manipulate your mind, and to be honest with you, it's not really manipulation. Your parents kicked you out, didn't they? So they don't love you, do they? Some people talk about tough love, all right, whatever you want to say. Now your daughter gets put out there. Do you get me? And now they start feeding her, getting her things, doing all these manner of things. She thinks she's been looked after. Now she wants to go, and they're like, hold on a second. Did you think that was for free? She's like, what do you mean? She's like, no. They're like, no, you need to pay. And then they're like, oh, I ain't got no money. Well, they're like, well, if you ain't got no money, then we're going to do something to your parents. And now she's like, she doesn't want that to happen to parents because, yeah, and her family starts threatening their family now. So now it's like, right, you need to work it off. And what they're going to do, how they're going to work it off. This is how they're going to work it off. They're going to take her from place to place for her to now have to do certain things to work it off. And this is what happens. You want to hope that will happen to your child. Alcohol, drugs, all manner of things she'll be exposed to. Might never get them back the same. So if you as a man will do that, if you as a woman, I'm explaining to you what you will go through. But the moment you put your child out, your daughter out, you put her out there for the wolves, and you also let people know you don't care about that child, because we're in a world now where people will take advantage of that. I've got both my daughters, big you up. Man, them wouldn't do that. Because as a man, if you put your daughter out on the street, bro, I can never have respect for you ever. I don't care what she does. Figure it out. She's your daughter. You chose to have her. She's going through a tricky period. Figure it out. Be a dad. I don't know. Do something. Be a leader. Don't throw her out. Because the moment you throw her out, when people talk about daddy issues, no one's going to have more daddy issues than a girl that's thrown out by her dad. Her own father didn't want her. So if her own father didn't want her, what's she going to think about men? Some of you men need to understand. You create the problems. We got to fix the problems. We have serious issues within the culture, within the community. But they don't care. They care about who you're dating. They care about natural hair, wigs. Care about 50-50. I'm not what you... What? Look at the things you want to talk about, you want to care about. Things that don't really matter. But things that matter, silence. And I want you guys to understand this. I want you to look at how it is, because it is not your child today. Just remember that. You're going to bed tonight, sleeping sweet, kissing your kids on the head. Oh, I love you. Yeah, cool. Someone else is not doing that. So that's a gift you were given by God. That's a gift that's a gift you was given by God. Yeah. So someone says, context, 3 men who committed a series of S offenses against a young girl 14 with learning difficulties have been jailed, crown prosecuted. Could you imagine? Just look at that in its title in itself. Look at that in itself. That is just, look at that in itself. 3 men who committed a series of S offenses against a young girl 14 with learning difficulties have been jailed. I didn't even know she had learning difficulties. So, man, guys, she had learning difficulties. This is even worse. It gets darker. So, I've been speaking to a couple people, and I'm not going to share their stories now because, in actual fact, they want to be interviewed. So, I'll interview them. But what I will say is this: there's one of the main reasons that kids are DV'd at home are due to the people that are brought in from outside their home. So we're gonna have a very important conversation. TikTok, hit the like buttons. We should be on 5K by now. And the majority of these is who women bring into their home. So we're gonna do this in a few different things. So we're gonna speak about the men, of course, but we're speaking. This is not just one. This is multifaceted. This isn't just one session. We're gonna look at this in certain different ways. But we're gonna talk about, and this is also to protect women as well. Everything we say is to protect women. So remember, I got 3 sisters. I always talk about this because when you speak about issues and speak about, and I speak, remember, and I'm a Christian, I keep a strong face, and I'm African and traditional values, and I come from that. And I just got to remind you, so I can never hate a woman. It's impossible. Like, it's not, it can never be in me. Do you understand? And in the content you've seen of me, I just got to remind you, you've seen women be racist towards me. You've seen women accuse me of being a dealer on camera. You've seen women try to step to me, attack me, insult my mother, to get me clap for abortion, do all manner of things people have done. And not once have you seen me react with anything other than words, because why would I have to? So the reason why I have to remind you is because I come from respectable women. I have lots of women friends that are extremely respectable women. You know, when you want to talk about women, good women, I would hold these women and present them and say, these are great women. But none of these women would be disrespectful to men in some of the way that some of these women have, or curse out or do certain things. My sisters would never do that. So you just got to remember that having a critique of, especially people that are from your community, it takes a village, does not mean you hate the village. You just got to remember that. Do you understand? So if you want protection of the village and the other people inside the village, then you got to understand that at some point, those people may say things. And when they say things, it does not mean they hate you. It does not mean they want bad for you. It means they love you. And when we spoke about in the last stream about the different types of love, filial love, and you spoke about eros and agape and all types of love, right? The reason we did that was because we were trying to separate what love means. And it's not physical, and it's not about erotica and emotion. No, it's not about that. It's all different types of love. So when you separate that, then you understand why you should care, and why, if you don't care, then do you really have a love for your community, for your family, do you understand? Because it's not you today doesn't mean it's not going to be you. Do you get me? And these are why these conversations are so important, because if we're not having them, then what conversations are we having? And you have to ask yourself, why aren't all the blogs posting this? When you look at all the blogs that post certain things, you're going to ask yourself, why are they not posting this? Is this not important? Is it? If that was you, would you not want it to be, especially when already we talk about, all right, let's talk about it. We always critique about how black women are treated by the media. Let's talk about it. We talk about how the lack of coverage for black women and for the scenarios and the situations that happen to them. Currently, they're speaking about all the black women that ended up unfortunately unalived and found floating in rivers. But every time that they go to speak about it, what they saying? Oh, there's no case here. But we're speaking about it. We're talking about it, right? Because we want coverage. But we're saying to the media, to the national media, right? Yeah, we're saying to the mainstream media, oh, why are you not covering it? Why are you not covering it? But they're not covering it because why would they? They don't care, right? But you want them to care because you care. And they should care because what do you mean? Women are being found floating. It doesn't matter the skin color, but they don't care. And they're showing you they don't care. Equally, you're showing us you don't care about young girls because it's not the topic. It's not front page news in our culture. Forget about the media. Forget about them. We control what's cool. You got to remember, black people, we are the culture. We are the pulse. They let you know the other day that we are responsible for holding up the UK industry, but we don't get the money back. We create the cool, we create the narrative, the clothing, the styles. We create everything. So if we create the hype, it will follow up and they will follow up with it because they know we're enraged by it because we have the power. We always do. We have the economic power, but we choose to spend it on the things that we spend. So when you're frustrated, you're more frustrated by Kanye not being allowed to be in the country. You're more frustrated by Kanye being rejected than you are that there were men in South London, Catford, Lewisham, and Woolwich. Yeah, 3 men that were known to other people that have links to the industry, rappers, all manner of people that did this thing. You're more concerned with Kanye not getting a visa. Crazy. Could you imagine? And this lets you know where we are. That's what you're more concerned with. That mum will never be able to live with that. Oh no, let's go back to look at it. I want to go back and look at this video again. Let's go back and look at this video again. He look off it, his head.
Hello, buddy. You all right? Let me just talk to you a minute. At the moment, you're under arrest.
Right.
Because I believe you are somebody else.
What?
Right. At the moment, what's your name?
Darryl.
Darryl, you're under arrest for abducting a child, okay? You don't have to say anything.
Abducting a child?
Listen to me, you don't have to say anything, but it may have defense not mentioned when questioned. Hello, buddy.
I'm playing that
you all right? Let me just talk to you a minute. At the moment, you're under arrest.
Right.
Because I believe you are somebody else.
What?
Because I believe you're someone that had with a what? Look at his face. Yeah. Guys, this guy was walking around. If your kid was that girl was walking around. Someone says they made the girl smoke crack. I could only imagine what they would have done to that girl. I don't want to imagine, but I already know. Yeah, look, they made that girl. No, look, so they made the girl. Guys, they made her smoke work. They made her smoke hard drugs, food. Like, that's what I'm saying. If you kick out your child, just know you might never ever get them back. And if you do get them back, they might never be the same. They might never be the same. So before you decide that you want to kick out your child or you want to, just remember. Do you understand? Like, before you decide that you want to, just remember, you may never get them back the same way. So when you're in your rage and your child does something, you know, why did you kick your child out? Oh, because she came home pregnant. That was your fault. That was your fault. Why did your child come home pregnant? Or your son impregnated someone else and they're living under your roof. You clearly didn't raise them right. Some people are not gonna like that. Well, your child is underage. You're their guardian. You're responsible for them. So what are you gonna say? Oh, kids will be kids. No, they won't. No. If your daughter comes home underage and pregnant, you're responsible. And if you don't like that, then you shouldn't have kids. Because what are you telling me? Do you think everyone's daughter comes home pregnant underage? Is that what you think? No, it was a failure on the parent. And here we have the problem today. We have a lot of parents they don't like to take any accountability. They want to be like, no, we did our best. Well, your best wasn't good enough. Clearly, it wasn't. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It can't have been good enough. It can't. It can't. No accountability for anything. So if your daughter comes home underage and pregnant, it's your fault. You didn't raise her. Why is your daughter having those things at that age? Why is she not focused on other things that a girl her age should be focused on? What has happened that to the point where she feels she needs to be doing that? What happens? Men, accountability. This is not even like if as a man, I'm telling you this, if your daughter and you're in the house, yeah, that is crazy. You clearly failed as a father. You did, because your daughter came home underage and pregnant. That is not a win. That's not a W. And saying you failed doesn't mean she's not gonna grow up to be she's not gonna be a good mom and the child's gonna no one's saying that. Child will be a blessing. It is what it is. I'm just saying you still failed because she's unwed and pregnant. And what was she doing? Why is she not in her books? Why is she not doing activities, sports, doing having an instrument, doing whatever it is, having an interest, starting a business? Why was she out there opening her legs? Why? And then on top of that, unprotected or whatever it was. Why did you not educate her about why she's special and why she there's so many things you failed, but you want people to tell you that, oh, society's fault. It's not society's fault, it's your fault. Take accountability. If your son goes out there and impregnates someone else's daughter, take accountability. Your son, why did you not raise your son to not know to be protecting himself and doing things properly? In actual fact, to be abstaining, to be fair. But yeah, your son went out there and he went and impregnated someone underage. It's your fault. You didn't teach that boy what his consequences for his actions. It's your fault. And we just got lots of parents that don't want to accept it. Look at that. Look at all them kids running. Look at all them kids running through the street. We saw the video, guys. You look at all those kids that were running through the street, right? Yeah, running riot in the streets. All them kids that were running riots in the streets, and they weren't even riots, but there was a lot of them in the streets, right? Everyone's talking about they want youth centers. Where are the parents? Where are the parents? Those are your kids running around. And all I could see was bare excuse talking about youth centers. Like, youth centers are going to fix anything. What do you think happens at a youth center? And they're talking about late night youth centers. Which one of your parents want to send your kid to a late night youth center? Do you think, what do you mean a late night youth center? Why do I want my daughter hanging around in a late night youth center so people be smoking loud outside late night and man, bro, you think I'm dumb? Bro, what do you mean a late night youth center? All right. This German targeted the victim and persuaded her to go back to his flat before Aha, later inviting Wint over to do the same. He then brought her to Mr. Splitt's flat where she was then odd again. Crazy. German, yeah. The man them are reading up on the case, yeah. The information is there for everybody to see. Like, the school raises the children. Legal matter. You're a weirdo. Yeah. Legal matters. I can't lie. You're a bit of a weirdo. You're a big weirdo still. Because I don't know. Your comments just don't really. I don't understand why your comments are the way they are. The school raises the children. No, they don't. Well, they do. But you're supposed to raise your children first. I can't lie. When I have kids, I have to homeschool them first before I send them to school. Because before they start telling them my kid he can be a giraffe, let me tell him he can't be a giraffe. I think that's the best thing. I need to let him know what a giraffe is and let him know you cannot be a giraffe. I know they're going to tell you in school that you can be a giraffe, but I'm going to let you know, son, you can never be a giraffe. Um, so yeah, you better stay at home for a couple of years first, because no one's telling my son he's a giraffe or daughter. So yeah, we're not going to be doing that. During this time, the victim was given smack cocaine and alcohol. Damn, they were trying to turn her into a nitty. Do you get me? And one of the things is like, anyway, I was talking about something and I got distracted. Sorry, because I started playing to it. So not even that I got distracted. I just want to remind people one of the biggest reasons that kids are deviant is due to the people that bring people outside of the home. So a lot of women, this is how it goes, right? I know this is what I want to remind you. When you break up and you leave your baby daddy and you're out here and you want to date men, you want them to be interested in you. Because society's told you, oh, when you step out here as a single mother, it's going to be easy. It's going to be lit. Don't worry, men are going to want to date you. You do know there are a lot of men that prey on single mothers. And the fact that, I'll just keep it real, a lot of single mothers are going to be more inclined that way, especially when they move men into their home and they always want a man home and you've got a daughter. You've got a daughter and I don't know in what age frame. And then you have in house. These men are not related to you. You do realize that they have no genetic connection to you whatsoever. But you bring these men into your homes. Do you understand? So the majority of the times that is they're known to the abusers are known to the family, and they due to the people that you bring into the home, close around. Like, there are, yes, there is the old dirty uncle or one of those people, but no, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about you bringing people. So it becomes dangerous when you're dating and you start bringing men from outside into your home. You don't know these men from anywhere. You just hope that these men will treat your child like they own a lot of the times. But these men are not and some of you will have daughters where, look, men like younger women. I'm not saying they want a super young thing, but your daughter will be walking around a lot of the times she's in her home. So I've had sisters, man, they all walk around, and I know how my sisters walk around the whole life. I don't care, because you're a brother. In actual fact, I used to tell my sisters, you know how you should stop doing that stuff. By early Saturday morning, I used to bring my brethren around, so then they had to start. Do you get me? Stop walking around in your little shorts and that. Do you get me? Annoying me. You get me? But when you're younger, you got to deal with that when you're in a house full of girls. Until I just started bringing the man them around early on the weekends, they stopped all that behavior. Do you get me? I was like, hey, put on clothes, man. But essentially, yeah. And you're gonna have a man from outside of your home, and do you get me? Like, it's not safe. You hope that these men will protect. No, and then how do you feel when you bring a man into your home, and that man does the worst possible thing? Let me tell you a story. Big up K. Let me tell you a story. So I know a girl. When she was younger, she was well, she was clearly abusing it. Her mum had a boyfriend, in it, a man, in it. All right, cool. And just cut a long story short, he basically groomed her, because he had to groom her because she was young. He was, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter anything. She was young. So he groomed her. They were seeing each other. She was sleeping with the man. So she was sleeping with her mum's boyfriend, and she must have been like 16, 17. She must be like 16. Yeah, she must be like 6. Yeah, she had to be like 16, 17, maybe around that age, or 15, 16, one of those ages, but young age. Anyway, and she was sleeping with her mum's boyfriend. So when she finally tried to go to her mum and tell her about everything in it, yeah, like she tried to tell her mum and be like, look, this is what's been happening, this is what we've been doing. You know what her mum done? And her mum crashed out. But she didn't crash out on him. No, she crashed out on her and kicked her out. So she went to her mom to tell her what the man had been doing, yeah. And because she told her mom what she'd been doing, the mom blamed her and said, "No, you trying to take my man and this, that, and the third." And she dashed her out. Are you listening? So I already know that. Then there's going to be conversations about people turning blind eye to things. Now, there's a certain amount of women that are complicit. Now, and I don't mean there's a lot of women. Oh, there's a small proportion of women. But in all these industries, in the trafficking industry, in Smegs industry, in this OF industry, there's always women there that are willing to, benefit off of other women, use other women. That's just the way it is. There's always going to be women that are willing to do these things. So you got to remember that certain women are being complicit and allowing it. They know what's going on. A lot of people in the hood know what's going on. A lot of women know what's going on, and they're being quiet because, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, like in our community, grooming and bad man are tied together. So it's not like, and yeah, this thing is this thing. It's known, but they're being quiet about it. But everyone pretends like they don't know. But when I spoke about man pulling up at school, picking up girls in their cars and their mopeds and their whips, all of a sudden everybody knows what we're talking about. Everyone's got stories of it. So it's a culture thing because it's not an isolated incident. If everybody can tell you an experience or tell you about a time where, oh, man them pulled up or man them were dating, like if we can all do that, this is not. Do you get me? What I'm saying is real, and that's why everyone's quiet. Do you understand? That's the real reason. Because why wouldn't you? I know men with daughters that are being quiet, and they're from South London, Woolwich, and they haven't said anything. People that are outspoken. I'm not talking about people that never speak. I'm not expecting, and well, to be fair, if you never speak about something, this would be a good time to use your voice. But this is not about saying, oh, you know what, you need to come online and no, like, don't become something you're not. But at the same time, if you do usually speak about certain things and you do have a platform, you do have a voice, then yeah, you should be speaking about this because she was kidnapped, raped, drugged up, abused, trafficked. If you've got a daughter as a man, you just think if that happened to your daughter, what are you gonna do? And they put them into prison. That's it. So that's the real conversation. That's the real conversation. That's the real conversation. You know what I mean? So if we're not talking about if we're not talking about this, then what are we really talking about? If we're not talking about these conversations, what are we really talking about? Let's call it straight. There's gonna be more exposing of these types of stuff because I'm just tired of it. Like, you know what? I'd be rejuvenated because I went on my fast. I went on my 40-day fast and I came out of my 40-day fast and I had a lot of clarity. I had a lot of clarity with after 40 days. Trust me, after you fast for 40 days, I don't know, it changes you. If you haven't done it, you wouldn't understand. Go and do it and tell me how you feel after. But I came out with a lot of clarity and I've been extremely busy and been working behind the scenes as well, doing a lot of things. But I understand if you care about Black Britain, Africans, Caribbeans, everyone that falls under that. If you care, then you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared to go through it. Because we have a culture of people that don't care, that are pretending like they care, but they protect the people that don't care and want to destroy our community. Okay? We are the remember, shout out to all the men that have been in jail and changed their life. Big them up. Because I got bare birds and I've been in jail and changed their life. So we don't do that over here. But we are the only people that highlight. These are the only people that we highlight in the culture. We know so many people that have lived in the ends. They know all the man them. They've never done none of that stuff, but we don't push them forward as leaders or whatever. You know, it's always, oh, man went jail, ex-road man, he's changed his life. Now he's helping the kids. That's the story. That's the only narrative they want to paint for us. There's no other narrative for black men. It's only I went to jail, I came out, I learned, and now I'm this, I'm that, PT, whatever it is. That's the narrative. There's no other narrative. So we don't have no black men that didn't do that just went to uni, studied, came out, got a good job, whatever. Now they want to talk. We don't have no men like that. Everyone's been to jail. That's the only ones we represent. Do you get me? And so what you have is you have a lot of people who are leading the community who are essentially ex-criminals. But when you put them on the world stage, they use that do you understand, to downplay us. You don't understand what it is. It doesn't take away from the fact that man them have changed their life. No, of course, big them up. But what it does is it creates a narrative that to only be able to do that, you've had to do crime first. And we don't have no other demographic. There's more than one demographic of a black man. But the image that they push and perpetuate is the same stigma. It's basically a 1990s image of a black man, a caricature. Do you understand? It's the same thing. They're not ready for this conversation, though. They're not ready for this conversation, though. So, this is where we are. We'll say Luke says, around 9% of missing child incidents had a child S exploitation CSE flag. 9% of missing incidents flagged for CSE. The gender split is heavily skewed. Around 80 to 85% are girls, around 15 to 20% are boys. There you go. So women, our young girls, are in the high percentile, and they've been failed, and they've been hurt, they've been trafficked, they've been broken. TikTok, you guys that are chilling there, can you hit the like button? We should have been on 5K by now. Can you smash the like button, please? Yeah. Look, we got energy for different things. We do. Like I said, we got energy for different things. Because we don't care. We just like to fake outrage. We want to cancel. We want to be mad. But the real things we need to cancel and be mad at, you don't want to cancel. You don't want to cancel these guys? They got 6 years and 7 years. They'll be out soon. Some of you guys are going to have kids in the next couple of years. Even, do you get me? Even if you had a kid today, you have a daughter today, in 15 years' time when he's out, your daughter will be 15. He might just find your daughter. You didn't think about that, did you? No, you never think about that because you don't think about it being you. And if you did, your energy would be different. If you really thought about it, your energy will be different. But you don't believe it can be you till it's you. You don't. No one thoughts. You don't believe your child's gonna end up dead. Like your child's gonna end up deleted until your child end up deleted. Now you're crying on TV. Now you're crying on TV. But yeah, what's gonna happen? Yeah, what you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna blame Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer didn't do nothing to your kid. Keir Starmer's kids are fine. Who you wanna blame? Richie Sunak? He's not even there no more. You see Richie? Richie came in and did his thing. First Asian man, he bounced. Who are you gonna blame? You're gonna blame, okay, I know who you wanna blame. Oh, you wanna play Sadiq Khan? Yeah, Sadiq Khan's doing a terrible job. But his kids are cool. So at some point, you're gonna have to start like taking real accountability, because no one ain't gonna care about unless you care. And you guys want to. I'm just. It's not about me, because man, it is what it is. But I just look at the energy that certain people had. It's crazy, because it's not about. And this is why. And this is why I had to. Well, I was fasting anyway, and I believe a lot of things happened during the fast, but it had to give me some clarity. And part of the clarity was this: I am the man them's voice. I've worked extremely hard, and for the people that have been on the journey and all the different things that I've done, and the growth I've had in the space and the growth I continue to have, with not coming into this thing with any plans, and just it being organic and everything happening organic. Like I'm grateful for everything that I've done in it. Do you get me? So I'm saying to you, but I understand I really have a voice. I understand that everybody actually really knows me. And that's not a big-headed thing. That comes from of I when I look at myself in the mirror, I just see me, because I am me, and it's the same me that's all the time there. But that's not what other people see. They see whatever they want to see. So when something happens and then everyone tries to jump on it and tries to use it as things to try to pull you down, it only lets you know you're on a higher level than them, because how can they try to pull you down? Like, how can they try to pull you down unless you was on a higher level than them? You can't pull someone down that wasn't even on a higher level in the first place. Do you get me? So when people talk about pull you down, I'm like, okay. But it's because I don't even recognize who I am or who I'm supposed to be or where I'm going. I just look and I see myself. But I need to start seeing what I do now. But I got to see myself how other people see me. Because then I would understand why. When you're a strong black man, and I'm going to say strong black man because that's what it is, right? Forget about the world. The world will say, in our community, be like, oh, we want strong black men. We want, they they'll push for strong black men. Okay, we need them. Okay, cool. But a lot of times people don't understand what it is to be strong. It's not just about being physically strong. It's being mentally strong and morally strong. What does that mean? Mentally strong means you just got to be a strong-minded person, and morally strong means is you have to be willing to be someone that you can stand on your principles and stand on your morals. And that's what I am. And on top of that, I am not a small black guy. I am a big black guy. So I can understand why, the mainstream, and they can look at that in all the ways they want to look at that and try to push narratives. I get it. I understand. But the same strength which they want and which our own community will try to use it against you. But you have to be strong. And when you're strong in faith, back again to Christianity and be having a strong faith, and you deal with people that are a bunch of pagans, respectfully, you just understand that's what it is. They don't believe anything. They don't believe anything. So this is why a lot of these things are going to happen. And so when I say these things, I say these things because I am not your enemy. How can I be your enemy? I'm the guy that's gonna stand up. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna talk about the things when the times come. I'm the guy that's gonna fight for you. I'm the guy that's gonna step up. I don't even got to say what I've done today and how I helped someone today, because I do things all the time. But just know today I did something. I don't even want to talk about it, but I really helped someone today. I really stopped something today. I do it without thinking. And it's for white people as well. I'm not making a big deal about. But why do I say that? Because it doesn't matter about who it's for, and I probably put myself into a bit of danger today for a random person. But I would hope someone will do the same thing for my mother and her family or whatever. And it's not the first time I've done it. And you guys know because I posted it up. I don't post everything because it's not for the net. But you've seen enough times me helping and doing certain things. Do you get me? Because I understand. But you're gonna take a black man like me, and you're gonna say that black man, furthermore, hates women. Or could you imagine hates black women? How could I hate a black woman? It's impossible. Hating a black woman means I hate myself fundamentally. Hate my mother, hate my sisters, hate my nieces, hate my friends, women I dated. How could I? It's impossible. But it's a narrative that sits well with people that want to try to push narratives about you. Because it's something that people can get around. It doesn't have any merit other than the fact that people don't like your topics and like the fact that you can debate extremely well. That's just what it comes down to. We don't want strong, confident black men that will tell you, no, we're not, no, that will tell you, actually, no, you should be married before you have kids. Actually, no, because we want to protect our girls. They're going to say, oh, we're talking down to women. How could that be? Are you happy with your outcome? You don't want men saying that, or do you? And that's why if I do the opposite and I say to men, actually, you know what, man, forget it. They don't want to be wives. Why are you gonna even buy a ring for them? They want to be baby mom. Just make her a baby mom. Do you get me? Like, you know, she wants to have, put her on CSA. That's it, done. End of. Do you get me? She can be beefing us. Like, put her through stress. Yeah, it's cool. That's what she wants. They don't want to be wives. They want to be baby moms. Just make them that. I could push that narrative. There are men that push that narrative, and that narrative will be enjoyed by men. They will love that narrative. But you will get mad. But you get mad if I tell you to get a ring. Oh, not everyone wants to be married. You're right. I agree. But don't expect a man to commit to you if you don't even want to commit to marriage. Why would he commit to you? You're just a baby mom. He doesn't want to, and I have to remind you, not all men are husbands. So if you give a guy a kid and he becomes a dad, doesn't make him a father. It makes him someone that can have kids and can provide sperm. It does not make him into a father or into a husband. Equally, just because she has a kid does not make her into a good mother or a wife. That's a separate thing. It makes into a woman that can bear a child, yes. But what makes into a good mother is going to be how she raises that child. It does not make her into everything. It just makes her into a functioning primate, Homo sapien. It's the truth of the matter. But you guys pick someone to have a child with because you was sleeping with them. That is so dumb. And then you get mad at me because I ain't got kids and tell me, oh, but you ain't got no kids. I don't have no kids because I can't have kids. I don't understand why you guys are so mad. And then when I keep meeting people and they're not with their kids' fathers, do you get me? Then what do you think I think? Do you think, so why you want to, I don't mind, but I'm saying don't try and tell me, oh, because I haven't done what you're done, that means that what? I don't understand why. I don't get it. Stop trying to speak. No, it's not nice. Stop trying to laugh. People try to clap for abortion. Could you imagine? Could you imagine people trying to clap for abortion? Could you imagine? Could you imagine clapping? Could you imagine clapping? Could you imagine clapping on a TV show over the fact that potentially a woman could have aborted my baby? Could you imagine just people clapping? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? But that's what happened. I've experienced. Just one of the things I've experienced. Just one recently. Could you imagine if I clapped for a woman miscarrying? Or for a man kicking the baby out of the stomach and I clapped and I say, do you know what you guys would try to do to me? You wish I would say that. But I could never do that. Yeah, it's horrible stuff. I could never. Why would I do that? It's evil. It's pure evil. Why would I do such a thing? It don't even make any sense. Why would I do such a thing? It is pure and utter evil. you have to be prepared to be, and these people are gonna come from people that look like you. It's not coming from people. It's a lot easier if it comes from someone that doesn't look like you. Then you can blame it on, oh, they've been racist, this man of things. But when people from your community try to attack you, the same community you love, the same community you put on your back, the same community you're riding for, but they have individuals within that community that will use opportunities, because the truth is this: they don't like you based on the fact that you are a strong black man, based on the fact that you don't bend, you don't fold, based on the fact that you have strong Christian values, good morals, traditional values, and this is what they want to destroy. And they've destroyed the black community so much that now if you try to speak about the same morals and values which we were raised on, and a lot of our parents and grandparents all had, all of a sudden now you hate your mother, you hate the community, you hate black women. Could you imagine? Because it's they don't want strong black men. They want simps. They want men that could be led. They want men that are that also that are run by run by their urges. They don't want calculated men. They don't. What are they doing with that? They don't want men that can debate. I debate extremely well. That's why people always get mad. It's not me getting mad. That's why people always want to insult and fight. It's not me getting. Why I got insult and fight when I've got my mouth? That's the thing. But when you're not, when you can't, then it shows your intelligence or lack of it, because you choose to become verbally rude. Insults. We can all insult, but who wants to be on insult? And we don't get anywhere with that. Let's have a debate. Let's have a discussion. But people can't. But this is what I have to deal with, because I care about your 14-year-old daughter that was trafficked, that was taken by 3 men in their 40s, hard, giving the hard food. Try turn her into Pookie from New Jack City. But there's a silence. A lot of men from South London, Woolwich, Lewisham, Catford, there's a silence. Why is there silence? Why? Oh, I know why. We all know why there's a silence. So the next time people start trying to virtue signal and talk about they care about the community, just remember, where's all the people that are always marching? Always marching. Where are the people that are marching? How come none of the men are marching? A lot of man know braids. Of course they do. All you man that know braids, man, and we're looking at you sideways. Not because you know him, because you're being quiet and you ain't done anything. You ain't spoke about it. I don't know you, man. You know yourself. To get me? A lot of man they know him, but they still haven't called it out and said, "Raw, that's a cracking from the ends. We don't condone that. I got a daughter, I got a sister, I got a niece. I ain't heard none of that. But I saw man want to be talking about, oh, when June said take off your wig, bear man want to be making videos about protecting black women. But where are you now? Why are you not protecting this black woman perceived? Where are you now? You're quiet because you don't care about black women. You just use black women. Oh, I'm so tired. Hey, black women, are you not tired? Wait, let's do this. Hold on. Oh, you guys are gonna make me start. Black women, are you not tired? Black women, are you not tired of man them just using you? No, let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Are you not tired of the media weaponizing and using your pain and monetizing? Are you not tired? Because all I've seen is black. Okay, let me tell you how this goes. It's very easy. It's very easy to get people on your side that feel like no one's on their side. How do I explain that? Okay, so black women will speak about it. They'll talk about they're underrepresented. They'll talk about And when I say they'll talk about, I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm talking about some of the things they'll talk about. Okay, they'll talk about they're underrepresented. They'll talk about when it comes to femicide. They'll talk about when it comes to mortality rates and hospital treatments. They'll talk about all these things. We already spoke about the women disappearing and not being believed, and hospitals and the treatment that they get. They will talk about all these manner of things. Okay, I hear you. But here's what one of the things I have a issue with. I think the fact that a lot of black women, if they want to be seen or they wanted to be seen for so long, has allowed certain people to able to monetize this. Okay. And what I've discovered is, and we all know it's true, by what you interact with, it doesn't matter what you do, it matters what you say with majority of black women. Why do I say this? Because you listen to men that have multiple baby mums, but because they'll tell you, oh, they've changed, oh, they understand where they went wrong, you will listen to them. You will go to their shows, you watch their content, you'll be in their comments. You're supporting a man that's been proven to leave 2 women. Are you okay? And you would have an issue with me, but you would listen to a man that is proven to have 2 families and not be in either one of them homes. Do you think that's a good man? Respectfully speaking, let's just talk about it. Do you think that's a man you should be taking advice of? What is he going to teach me? Oh, how to leave women. That's fine. I know how to do that already. I can leave a woman. Oh, you're going to teach me how to leave a woman with a child. You think I would do that? I can't learn nothing from you. Respectfully speaking. Doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that I'm not listening to you. But here's the thing. People like Derek Jackson, I like to use him as an example. Because Derek Jackson, American, all right, cool. Extremely successful. He was married to Renee Jackson. The epitome, you would call out men, the perfect family life, Christian man. Cool. Then he gets caught cheating. He makes the video where he talks about, oh, I cheated on my wife, I regret it, and the rest of it. They make a video about it. Cool. Then he not only does he get caught, he gets caught cheating again. Now he's running multiple things going on. He ends up getting another one pregnant. He's just doing a mad thing. Okay. You would expect him to lose all his following. You would expect that, once women find out that this guy cheated on his wife and he ruined his and then she took him back and then she cheated again, why would any woman follow a man like this? He's been proven. Why? How can they still take advice from him? Go look in the comments. Go look now. They're all there because they don't care. Women don't care about other women. I'm sorry, they don't. So the sisterhood is a fallacy and a farce. They don't care. They will take your man. They don't care. That's why women will take your man. They will. They don't care. What, you're taking advice from a man that's already cheated on his wife twice, broke up his family. Why are you still in his comments? Why are you still following him? He should be. He must represent everything that every woman hates, right? But they don't care because a lot of women love lies and cheaters. They like a man that other women want. That's the truth of the matter. You're gonna tell me you don't, yeah? But unless you believe every man lie and cheat, then why are so many women talking about, oh, my ex lied, he was cheating, he was lying and cheating? Well, it's either one or two things. All men lie and cheat. Some women believe all men lie and cheat. And if that's the case, if all men lie and cheat, then why would you ever leave a man for lying and cheating? It wouldn't make any sense. Because by your workings and by your logic, if all men lie and cheat, then the next man you would get with, what would he do? Lie and cheat. So then why would you ever leave a man for lying and cheating? Furthermore, would it even be lying and cheating? I don't think it would be called lying and cheating. At this point, we can just call it being a man. Because if all men do it, then how can you complain that any man does it? Very sticky area that you find yourself in. So ask yourself, do all men cheat? Do all men lie? Or one thing is, or we're going to say another thing is then, no, all men don't. You're just really good at picking men that lie and cheat. Well then, I've said this before and I say it again. If you're extremely good at picking men that lie and cheat, then I want you to try your hand at a few other things. Because have you ever tried to pick lottery numbers? I'm just saying. Oh my God. I'm just saying. Have you ever tried your hand at lottery numbers? I'm just saying. Maybe. Because I got a couple numbers that I would like. Have you ever tried? Because if you're that good at picking men that lie and cheat, you should try to pick some lottery numbers because you might have a talent. You might have a talent. Do you get me? You might. If you've got a talent for picking scumbags, you might have a talent. You just might. I was losing myself. But look, I care, innit? And caring means I have to know that some of you guys don't care that I care. That's cool. It is what it is. I got a big heart. I love y'all anyway. It's not that deep. But the mission is bigger than me. So when the mission is bigger than me, and I said I realized I have the voice and what I got to do with it is a lot of people from your community, for all manner of reasons, they don't want strong men. They want men that conform to what they want to be doing. Do you understand? And these things fall into what I'm talking about. The reason why everyone's been quiet is because Bear Man know this guy. I don't know this guy. I know enough people know him. I know that the silence lets me know everything that I need to know about this scenario. That's what the silence lets me know. Everything I need to know about this scenario. Like completely and utterly. Like, do you get me? It lets me know everything I need to know. But I'm just looking at our culture and our community, and this is why I start separating, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're always trying to do is separate the thing." I'll be like, "Oh, I'm African," and I just know, sometimes culturally when I speak about things, culturally some people don't understand because they're like, "Oh, well, we're not African. Like it's different culture." I get it, but we still got to try to get to understand each other and be like, "Yo, why are you saying that?" But this cancel culture and cancel and people being jealous behind the thing, it just won't work. Like, you know what I mean? So I just got to remind you, you had some people that actually wanted to cancel me. Could you imagine? Why would you want to cancel me? Could you imagine trying to cancel me, and then a 14-year-old girl gets raped by 3 men from South London, yeah, in their 40s, that Bear Man know, and no one's talking about it, and the only person that's talking about it is the guy you wanted to cancel. Could you imagine? So what? You want to be left with people that support this behavior? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you want to be left with? Because that's what you're being left with. You do realize that you'll be left with a bunch of men that don't care. Because them and their brethren are funny. And when I say funny, I don't mean ha ha he. And that's what you're being left with. You're not being left with men like me with 3 sisters and a mother, and I love them, and bare nieces that want to protect them, and women around me. I've always been growing up around women, so we protect them. We just hold women to a high standard. Listen, I'm sorry that so many women fall below the standard I hold them, and I hold women. I'm sorry. I used to put certain women on pedestals. I had to learn to adjust it because you guys didn't like the pedestal you were put on, so I've adjusted it a little bit. Because clearly, I put certain women on too high of a pedestal. They didn't like it. They didn't like that. So we have to drop it, and we'll adjust it. The women around me, I still keep them on the same pedestal. Why would I adjust it for? That's why they're around me. Do you get me? Listen, I'm just, we just got a lot of things that are gonna come out. And I just know that things are gonna get worse. And I don't want none of you guys to experience anything. Remember, I've got nieces. So when I say things will get worse, it gets worse for all of us. That's why I care. No, and I care because you got daughters and you got nieces and you got sisters and you got all these things and these men are in a community. And then watch next week something else is gonna happen. And watch. Hold on a second. Oh my god, how can I forget this one? Give me a second. How can I forget this one? I forgot I see this today still. Give me a second. So I think it's on my story. Let's play this clip for a second. Let's play this clip. So this is Lippy Lickshot talking about fake mink. A clash on X with fake mink. Listen, because he took a picture. You see that's Northwest, Kanye West's daughter, and obviously she's a little girl. I don't know how old she is now. And he's taking a picture of him. So listen to what he's gonna say about it.
With Northwest, Kanye West youth, his name's Fake Mink, North African youth, decent artist. So he's taking a picture with Northwest. I commented on the thing and I said, you youths are weird, innit? All the youth said to me is, oh, you're just saying where your head's at. So I said, what do you mean that's where my head's at? They said, oh, you watch too much porn. I said, what? He said, I think this is sexual. You think it's okay for a grown man to chill with a 12-year-old girl? Not for a 12-year-old girl, a 12-year-old, as long as it's not sexual. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh.
So I'm here to tell you, these youths that's doing lean, these youths are pricks, bro. I'm the peaceful man. I'll chop about 10 of them at the same time.
Big up the scene still, but...
Big up the scene, but I'll cut any of you weird youths. That's what I'm trying to say. So don't ever try and make out for me to be some not. What they're trying to do, you're trying to unk me off to make you feel young.
Yeah,
so what? You compare with 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing? He's a grown man, blood. He's taking.
So I commented on that and I said I agree with Lippy, but we got 3 men from South London, Catford, in 40s that were jailed for trafficking and raping a 14-year-old girl. Bare man know these man, but nobody's posting or talking about it. A lot of these man got skeletons. Same man used to pull up outside our schools and mopeds. Yeah. So people agreeing. So people agreeing with essentially what he's saying. Yeah. But I'm saying, look. But look what I'm saying. I'm saying, all right, cool, Northwest, cool. But we got 3 men from South London in Catford in their 40s that were jailed for trafficking and raping a 14-year-old. Bare man know these man, but nobody's posting or talking about it. A lot of these man got skeletons. Same man used to pull up outside. Even Black Kings right now, they're talking about Kanye and this. This is music, like. You get me? They're talking about Kanye. No, I see Northwest with bare big people. Like, it's weird, but she's in that weird world, and that's what Kanye didn't want. He was like, he didn't want that. But I'm saying, how is that even important? On the grander scheme of things, how is this important? This ain't important. How is him taking a picture, a promotional picture with Kanye's daughter, which is weird anyway, but they're in that world war. How is that more important than the 14-year-old being trafficked? I don't even know. That's not even on the same things. So this is just where we're at. So I'll comment and say, yeah, that's weird. Because what's he doing? But you know what's even weirder? A 43-year-old man and multiple men doing what they did to that girl. That's not even weird. That's evil. That's demonic. That's pure evil. That's pure evil. I want you to understand. That's pure evil. It's demonic. It's pure evil. And if you don't care, it's because you don't you don't care. You just don't care. You just don't care enough. Do you get me? You just don't care enough. I got something else for you. Look, guys, look. I got more for you. If you think this is an isolated incident, let's go. Let me read the caption. Anthony Adewale Sobogan, Nigerian. That's a Nigerian name. 61 of Croydon, South London again, has been sentenced to 28 years in prison at the Inner London Crown Court today. He was convicted of a prolonged SA abuse, AB, of 2 children over a 15-year period, including multiple offenses of R and SA with a minor under 13. Sobergan was arrested in the early hours of the 2nd of July 2025. He was later charged and convicted following a thorough investigation by officers who took a victim-led approach to build the trust of victim survivors, gathering evidence and allowing their voices to be heard in court. Okay? All right. So I just said, forget the Epstein files. We have the Hoodstein. No more protecting these men. The UK sentences are soft of these types of crimes. If you want justice, the community needs to handle it. Mill says chances are these children were probably related to him. Yeah, these ones were definitely the ones that were related to him. These ones were related to him. Yeah, 100%. These are the ones that were related to him. This guy looks like a weirdo anyway. So let's play it, Mills. Let's play it.
Aware that as a child of 6 or 7, that she would be unable to consent.
No. I feel sick. Are you aware a child for 6 or 7, she would not be able to consent? Are you hearing it? 6 or 7 years old. 6 or 7 years old. Once again, Live by the Rules is the only blog that's posting these things. Like, it's only person posting these things. 6 or 7 years old. If you're not mad, then I'm wondering why. 6 or 7 years old. I feel sick in my stomach right now. I can't even lie. It's like, so this is where we are. So when I said we're gonna be definitely dealing with this, because this is a problem, and this is not just a problem for white people or Asian grooming gangs. No, we have issues within our culture, and we're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna deal with it. And if people are not talking about it, then it is what it is. But women want me to talk about it. They said people haven't been talking about it. They said people fake care. They don't really care. So I'll show you. We care. I've always cared. That's why they get mad and try to create narratives, because they always, let me tell you something. When you speak the truth and you're not scared, they always try to do things to label you things, fake cancel you. It's because they don't like it. They want to get rid of people like that. But you're not getting rid of me because you didn't put me here. And that's why we're still here. And that's why I'm highlighting why a 14-year-old girl's been trafficked by these South London man. And bare South London man are quiet. Funny that, innit? Because you think this is the only grooming gang was in South London. You dumb. There's cases that go back in years. There's cases, famous cases that go back about girls being, yes, South London is notorious. Don't worry, we're going to do that in another stream. We're going to have to take you guys on a history lesson, because you might think, because I'm going to show you why this isn't new. We already spoke about man them pulling up to schools and whips, and different cities, different boroughs, everyone, different schools, everyone all had the same experience. Mill says a lot of abuse in the home needs to be spoke about. Yeah, a lot of abuse does need to be spoken about. But let me get back to this. Let's play this. I just have to stop it because he says 6 or 7. That's just sick.
Anthony, at this moment in time, okay, you are going to be under arrest for 2 counts of rape. Okay, you do not have to say anything that it may harm your defence. If you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely in court, anything you do say may be given evidence.
Look at this dirty old man. During their video recorded interview, one victim revealed that Sobergan had accompanied her to an abortion clinic. No!
Necessity for your arrest is, sir, no speaking.
Officer,
necessity for your arrest, okay?
Repeat abuse.
Necessity for your arrest is for a proper and effective investigation by means of a tape-recorded interview. Okay?
About what ended up help bringing a predator to justice.
Are you aware that as a child of 6 or 7, that she would be unable to consent?
No comment, you know.
So at this moment in time, okay, you are going to be under arrest for 2 counts
Look at his
of rape.
whole body.
Okay, you do not have to say anything that may harm your defence. If you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court, anything you do say may be given evidence.
I can't believe he took her to an abortion clinic. So
necessity for your arrest is necessity for your arrest. Okay.
My life is
necessity for your arrest is for a proper and effective investigation by means of a tape-recorded interview.
Oh, your life is hear him. My life is
Are you
gone.
aware?
My life is finished. My guy, what do you think? What do you think her life is? What do you think happened to her life? What you think? You're talking about you. Once again, you're thinking about yourself. It's all about self-preservation. This is how it is for these guys. And that is just showing you. It's not, 61-year-old man. This is one of those ones that he was probably trusted around these young people because that's how he would have probably had access to them. And this is what he's done. I've told you about the men that you bring into your home and also about certain uncle or certain people around you. So these are one of the main reasons why children get RDV'd or get AB, because of scenarios and things like this. It's just a really sad case, but we've highlighted a lot today. And these guys got family. All the 3 of these guys got family, and not one of these 3 guys' family have put out a statement to say how sickening it is. It's crazy. I remember when the Dutch Valley thing happened, and it was about voice notes and whatever it was about. And the way people wanted Steph London to make statements and denounce her brother and all manner of things, and nothing was even concrete. They just wanted blood, right? Cool. But how come you don't want other people's families to be like, what's going on? I'm sure these men got kids, right? I'm sure these men got kids. Some of them, I'm sure one of them got kids. Or family with kids. No one of people want to be like, yo, my brother was moving mad. It just lets you know that this is the culture. This is the culture. Bare people know these people. No one's talking. Family members, no one's talking. No one's denouncing. This is welcome to the culture. And this is why when it happens to one of your family members, they won't get the justice because no one's even going to say nothing. And if bad man do it, just forget about it because they're going to say no snitching. But you can't. It's never snitching if people are doing mad things to kids or women. It's never snitching. Yeah, they're enabling it. Yeah. So it's never snitching. It's never snitching. It's never snitching when... How can it be snitching? Man are busting R and touching kids. That could never be snitching. You get me? Like, that can never be snitching. It's impossible. And anyone that says that snitching, that's because they're touching kids. Because how can they be snitching about telling man about, yo, this is... No, we don't live. No. Sorry. There's no codes there. Because no women, no kids. It's always been no women, no kids. You forgot. Like, you're supposed to protect them. So it's never putting their hands on kids. We don't put hands on no women. Like, and that's the thing. I never put my hands on women. I don't have to. I have my words, but women always want to put their hands on me. Respectfully speaking, I've seen more women in my life be abusive to men. And when I say that, I'm talking about even publicly, like women I don't know attacking men. Like women I've seen that more than I've seen men that hit a woman. That's the truth of the matter. I've seen rare times I've ever seen a man hit a woman. And like I've seen obviously a woman outside and she's moving mad and yeah, but in my life I've seen bare women hitting men. I think more of us have seen that than the opposite way. I'm not saying men don't hit women behind clothes, but I'm talking about publicly. Yeah, I've seen women smack up men. It is what it is. Look, we have an issue. And the issue is this. This is not an isolated incident. They are young people now that are currently vulnerable. The system isn't working. The social care, the social worker system isn't working. They're highly sexual. We have elders, whatever you want to call it. We have adults that are taking advantage of this. Let's get some messages. But why do these guys do this? I don't get it. You don't have to get it. You don't have to get it. Why would you get it? Ultim, why would you get it? Why would you get it? To get it, you got to think like a weirdo. And you're not weird. So I think a lot of times when things happen, we want rationale. We want an explanation. But some things don't need rationale or explanation. You just got to know that there's weird people out here and this is what they do. You don't need to explain why they do what they do. Because you're trying to work it out. People like babies and that. You're like, that's disgusting. Like, why would you do that? You don't have to work it out. People got demonic spirits. That's it. Remember, we established it's demonic. We established it's demonic. Do you get me? So this is a demon spirit. This is a demon spirit. Yeah, it's a demon spirit, but it doesn't mean it makes it okay. But I'm just letting you know that's straight evil we're dealing with there. Do you get me? It's straight evil. So yes, it's demonic spirit. Does not make it okay, but it is straight and utter evil. Yeah, no women, no kids. It's always been no women, no kids. Legal matters. You got your brain back now. Good. Do you get me? So this is where we find ourselves. I've got a few people. I got some people that reached out to me that have stories about things they're currently going through now, and we're gonna be sharing them. I've been speaking to an individual, and you know we're gonna get together, and we're gonna bring you guys some. We got a few cases and a few stories that we need to highlight, because that's really what's going on right now. Forget about it. Everyone else is compromised. Forget about it. They've compromised because they've shown you that they're compromised. So if you actually care and you don't want this to happen to you or to happen to anyone else's daughter or son, then yeah, you might want to lock in, because it's only going to get worse. We was talking about that. Then I see this next video. This is, and we don't like to attach this to our name. We want to attach that to other communities. But the fact remains, this is happening within our community. Forget those other communities. It ain't got nothing to do with them. This has everything to do with us. You know what I mean? So I'm going to leave you guys with that. That's how I'm going to leave it, man. You know, these men are in jail, but it's quiet. Their Facebook pages, their Facebook pages have now been turned off. All right. So someone definitely went from their family and went and did that. But at the same time they did that, they didn't want to put out no statements, just saying that they denounced the disgusting behavior. Cool, no worries. Extremely quiet from anyone, you know, from blogs, cultural commentators, people that would normally speak on certain reaction channels. extremely quiet because they don't care. And I just want you to be aware of this. And the black women, you got to remember, like I said, they monetize your pain. They monetize your pain. Enrage black people, and then they monetize it. Are you not tired of people trying to use your pain against you? And this is where we are. So I'm saying, and the one thing, that girl was so young that she's protected and no one's gonna know who she is. So she's gonna just, unfortunately, God willing, she'll be able to recover from this, which I pray she can, because she's too young for this to be the outcome and the defining factor in her life. How can you be 14 and your life's already set in stone? Your life hasn't even started. And that's the beautiful thing. Your life is supposed to grow, but yet at 14 it's been stunted because this disgusting individuals, these evil men. But our culture doesn't hold up men like this. You understand? Okay, cool. Big up everybody, man. Everyone in the chat that was in tonight, everyone that was hitting the like button as well. It's like, you just got to remember, if you don't care, no one will. We have to care about our own culture. Forget the justice that you want outside. If you're not willing to go out there and serve justice for yourself. And I'm not saying that we have to hurt people. No, I mean, not straight away anyway. But you just got to remember that we got to do something. I'm not telling you to put yourself into harm's way or to ruin your future and your family. No, because at the same time, good. Big you up, Thierry. Good night, man. I see that. Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you too. At the same time, like, yo, you know, we just got to do better, man. We just got to do better. We got to do better, and do better means, man. Let's stand up for what's right. Let's do the hard things, man. Even, especially when they're hard, let's do them. Let's do the right things. Let's just do the right things. And let's show women, especially women in our community, there's a reason why they need to trust in our leadership, because we care and we will protect them. Do you understand? And for all the men out there that are doing the mad thing, just know we're going to get on to you, man. Everything that's done in dark will come to light. Everything that's done in the dark shall come to light. Okay? All right, man. Big up the chat gang. I appreciate everyone that pulled up. My name is Chana. I am the man, name's voice. Please make sure you like the video, man. Hope you've been hitting the like button for that. Subscribe to the channel and turn notification bells. I got a live stream for you tomorrow. And no doubt, because I've got some more content that everyone's been giving me. But we can't do it all in one go. We'll be here forever. You know what I mean? That's just crazy. All right, cool. I see you, D. Big you up, Dance. I see you, yeah. All right, cool, man. Yeah, Legal Matters. Big you up. Big you up too. Ultimate N, I see you. Cool. Let me eat something and get some sleep, man. Everybody, wait, hold on. Guys, remember, every day, there's some people, I don't want to be morbid, but I'm going to just give it to you like it is. There were some people that woke up today that are not going to wake up tomorrow. They're going to go to sleep tonight and they're not going to wake up tomorrow. There were people that went to bed last night that didn't wake up today. And that's just the truth of the matter. Everyone had plans. Everybody, you know, were thinking about doing other things, but they didn't get to go and do that. Do you get me? Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because I'm just making you understand that you just got to appreciate life for that. So before that, I'm gonna hit you guys with a prayer. Even a prayer. I like this. Well, it is a prayer. What am I talking about? It just rhymes. So it's not like you can't have a prayer that doesn't rhyme. That don't even make any sense. That just whatever. Now I lay my head down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Amen. Good night.